spoiler alert, a few surprises were revealed in the House of the Dragon Season 2 finale, one of which was the sight of a White Walker, which supports a notion regarding the identity of the Night King. The precursor to Game of Thrones has already alluded to the presence of the Night King and White Walkers, in addition to Aegon the Conqueror's dream and the possibility of another long night. King Viserys introduced Cregan Stark of Winterfell in the second season of House of the Dragon. The Warden of the North brought up the danger of death beyond the wall when Jace and Cregan met. Even though George R.R. Martin's Fire and Blood novel has been altered for House of the Dragon, it seems improbable that an army of Whites and White Walkers will make an appearance in the program, at least not in the direct battle that exists in the current timeframe of the series. Aegon's prophecy and Game of Thrones fans are aware of the prevalence of White Walkers in House Targaryen's destiny. Many have drawn a connection between Daemon Targaryen and the Night King because of how strong it is. Welcome to Movie Spy. Game of Thrones theory. Daemon Targaryen is the Night King. Since the beginning of House of the Dragon, there has been a theory. Daemon Targaryen is the Night King, according to widely accepted speculations that surface far in advance of the House of the Dragon Season 2 finale. The main hypothesis suggested that Daemon would eventually evolve into the Night King that viewers see in Game of Thrones, a show that takes place around 200 years after House of the Dragon. Most of the proof has been based on how Daemon looks in general, as opposed to the Night King in Game of Thrones. Daemon's attire and fashion sense have also been inspired by the Night King's classic aesthetic. The Night King's ability to withstand dragon fire in Game of Thrones Season 8 has generally contributed to the notion that he is a Targaryen. There was a belief that all Targaryens shared Daenerys' ability to be consumed in flames and survive it. As seen in Game of Thrones, Daenerys was the only one with power. Thus, when you combine that misunderstanding with Daemon's appearance, the theory takes off. The enigmatic destiny of Daemon has also been used in favor of the Night King idea. Though it probably won't occur in House of the Dragon Season 3, Daemon will eventually pass away during the Dance of the Dragons. In the battle that becomes known as the Battle Above the God's Eye, Daemon and his dragon Caraxes engage Aemond and Beggar above Harrenhal. Daemon's remains are never discovered, despite the fact that all four of them were killed in the combat. The theory that Daemon is the Night King is strengthened by the House of the Dragon. In the second season finale of Hot, Daemon's visions support the theory. Despite the absurdity of the Night King idea, the conclusion of House of the Dragon Season 2 undoubtedly fueled Daemon's dragon fire. There was a scene in The Queen Whoever Was where Daemon saw things related to Game of Thrones. The three-eyed raven, Daenerys following the birth of her dragons, and a White Walker were among the visions that appeared to predict significant future events. Since the White Walker in House of the Dragon Season 2 didn't resemble the Night King from Game of Thrones, the two were not the same person. However, Daemon's vision of the White Walker commanding an army still had the long white hair and facial form of a Targaryen. Although the White Walker was intended to serve as a warning about Aegon's dream, some people mistakenly thought that Daemon would meet his end at the hands of the White Walker because it was a future occurrence. Why Game of Thrones has already revealed the Night King's backstory. Why Daemon can't be the Night King. There's no doubt that fans of Daemon Targaryen either love or despise the Night King hypothesis. That being said, Daemon's role as the Night King cannot possibly have continued after the events in House of the Dragon. In Game of Thrones Season 6, for example, we witness firsthand the Night King's beginnings following his transformation by the Children of the Forest. The Night King was supposed to have been formed thousands of years before House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, even if House of the Dragon somehow reconned the origins. Although Daemon's body is never discovered in the book, does that actually imply that he resurrects in some way as the Night King from Game of Thrones? Although, on the surface, the Daemon hypothesis is amusing to consider while watching House of the Dragon, I must say, even if the show included surprises to make it look more realistic, it would still make no sense. Even though the Night King theory is implausible, the White Walkers bond with House Targaryen, and their prospects in Westeros remain, as demonstrated by the Night King's fall in Game of Thrones. Thanks for watching.